Alongside June Pride Month, entrepreneurial members of the LGBTQ plus community mounted their first ever business expo in Quezon City called QueerCon, the biggest of its kind in the Philippines. With us now for more is the chair of the Philippine LGBT Chamber of Commerce, Ronn Astillas. So good to see you, Ron, and congratulations on a first initiative.
Thank you very much. Happy Pride to all of you.
Yeah, happy Pride. So how did it go? It went on for 2 days, June 20 and 21.
It was a momentous event for us because finally we have a space platform where we can promote queer-owned businesses in partnership with the local government of Quezon City. I think it was a landmark experience because we rarely find people having that opportunity to I guess, support queer businesses. And now what we're seeing is in the market, you have an option. Make sure it's intentional where your money goes. If you can help queer-owned businesses, it really means a lot to us.
And it means a lot, that word partnership, that you get to find the right ecosystem, and in which, in this case, the local government of Quezon City. Talk to us about the backstory, how you got the local government unit helping out the chamber and the private sector providing the venue.
Well, it has always been about leadership. We're proud that we have a mayor in Quezon City who's very vocal in terms of LGBT inclusion. So when we proposed to her that the business sector is a partner of inclusion, partner of economic development, she easily said, yes, let's do it. Let's do it. It has to be not just in silos. Business sector plus the local government, or government in that case, should be working together to promote economic activities. And that's the reason why we're very proud to launch that QueerCon Business Expo, because again, the end users are the queer businesses. And as you perhaps provide 500 pesos, 1,000 peso when you purchase their items, it goes a long way into their own economic sustainability. What we want are government officials paving the path for sustainability, not just us LGBT people relying on them, but really empowering us by giving these such platform as QueerCon to make sure that businesses thrive. The enabling environment is all set for us to do our business there because there's no discrimination. There's a sense of belonging in that particular city. So we hope to replicate that, Kathy. And
right. But did you have to bring a barrage of data to back your proposition that you do contribute to the local economy and the GDP?
Yeah. We have an internal data. What we see is around 2% of the GDP is contributed by the LGBT or queer-owned businesses. That's roughly $10 billion. In the U.S., it's even larger.
For both goods and services.
For goods and services. In the U.S., it's even larger, like around 4 to 5% of their economy, or $1.7 trillion. But that's a very conservative estimate. But what we're proposing is the more you give us that enabling environment, the more we'll flourish as businesses. And ultimately, from micro to small to medium, we want large corporations that are being run by LGBT or queer businesses. That's how we change the narrative about us, by making sure that out there we have inspiring stories from the business sector, which the younger generation can look up to.
Give us a bit of color. We're seeing pictures here of the exhibitors.
Right.
What kinds of businesses, goods and services were exhibited there at the expo?
It's a mixed industries in a sense. We have services providing tax, applications. If you're an individual who would like to file their taxes online, then there's that member of the chamber that does that. We also have a travel agency, for example, that provide tourism services. But on the goods side, from pastries to clothing line to shoes to even coffee shops. So we also have that F&B, food and beverages. So it's really a mix, and hopefully it grows bigger and bigger, because as we say, the LGBT sector is not just limited to the creative one. We're everywhere. You can see us from the banking sector to farming, agriculture, mining, and all. So it's time to elevate the discussion and make sure that you see us as real economic partners, not just for a limited industry, but for all types of industries out there.
How much of a problem or struggle is it still, an uphill battle, when you speak with local government units in communities with a local culture that are not so accepting. I've been seeing protest rallies in Baguio, for instance, because of the local culture there.
Sure. Well, it's a reality still, Kathy, that the local culture, preconceived ideas about LGBT people are, really hindering progress for us. But more and more, we see pockets of success. We see cities, municipalities with their executives really pushing the moving the boundaries forward, meaning in their own cities, everyone's embraced. I think that's what we need to develop. Of course, culturally, we have to unlearn a lot of things. We are also victims of our past.
Such as? Unlearn what?
Say, for example, that if you're LGBT, you're only limited to in the salon industry. You're just that. You cannot achieve more in life. At the same time, it can also be a religious hindrance for us. In some parts of the country, they still see gender as binary, as male or female, when in fact, gender needs to be diverse. Gender has to embrace all of us, whatever identity you have, So I think the pockets of success through all these localities will be a good solution to making our society more accepting of LGBT people. So, and in the business sector, that's important for us because we don't want to do business in a place that discriminates against us. As we say, we tell mayors, we tell governors, we will bring our businesses there, but make sure that the environment is conducive for us and we will not be violated there. There's no discrimination. There is no whatever, negative incident that might happen.
It is a clarion call for the other LGUs. Well, thank you and all the best.
Thank you very
so
much.
much. Ronn Astillas of the Philippine LGBT Chamber of Commerce.